Hey everybody, welcome to another season of 2 Cents. I am Coach Don and I will be your host today. This is the second season of the show and we are ready for a great year. Today we have a number of topics set up for you guys. Since we're starting a little bit late in September, we're going to do a little, first I'm going to do a quick recap of what happened before the show started. I know everybody right now knows about the Michael Vick situation with the Eagles. The Sixers are getting ready to come back. The Flyers start training camp as well. Also, some key things have happened with the past couple of months. The NFL season got underway, and some controversial things happened, but we'll get to that later. Right now, we're going to kick off the show with the Phillies. The Phillies yesterday, or for those of you who are not Phillies fans, the Phillies have won the NL East championship for the 4th straight year. They rank second all-time of all Philly teams who have clinched the division title. They rank second, and they have done this with 158th game of the season they've clinched the title with. Like I said before, this is the 4th straight year the Phillies have won the championship, and they are preparing to take on the Washington Nationals tonight. Tonight's lineup, it's all reserves. Leading off is Ben Francisco. Jimmy Rollins is going to be in the starting lineup again as he comes back for rehab. I'm not sure how long they're going to keep him there, but he's going to be there for the meantime. Also, I want to take time to talk about a guy who's been very special to the Phillies this season. His record is 21-10. He has a 2.34 ERA, and that guy is Roy Halladay. Roy Halladay, the Eagles acquired in a trade the last offseason with the Toronto Blue Jays, and this guy came into Phillies and pitched a gem. He hasn't stopped full force. He has over 235 innings pitched for the Phillies, over 200 strikeouts. This guy is a monster, and he yesterday played his best game so far this season as they shut out the Nationals 8-0 to seal the NL East championship, which really capped off a tremendous, great season for the team. A couple remarks about the NL East. The Phillies, they have done a great job. They struggled. They've had injuries all season long, and they fought through those injuries. One of the key injuries this season was Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy Rollins, in and out of the DL. Thankfully this time, he didn't get put on the DL, and they're working him slowly back into the system so far. Now we're going to switch to some the Eagles topic, and everyone knows about Michael Vick. Everyone knows, Michael Vick is now the starting quarterback. Last week, Andy Reid decided to make the switch. A lot of people questioned the switch. To me, personally, the switch was because Mike Vick is the better quarterback. If you look at how Kevin Cobb played during the preseason, didn't have his best preseason. The whole time when he was on the field, they have not yet scored an offensive touchdown. And that's not what you want out of your starting quarterback. You want to see your starting quarterback go out there and score a touchdown, which I really think the Eagles need to do. Also, this week is a very, very, very important week for the Philadelphia Eagles as they welcome back Donovan McNabb and the Redskins in town. McNabb, we all know, played last year with the Eagles, and this is going to be sort of a homecoming for Donovan McNabb and the Eagles. Donovan McNabb is a guy that we all beloved in Philly. We watched his games, we cherished them. If you're a huge Eagles fan like me, you know how he came from being booed draft day and to getting traded in the offseason last year. This is a sort of redemption game for Donovan McNabb, and this is a very, to put his foot in as Andy Reid wants to do. He wants to show that Donovan McNabb was not needed this year as a starting quarterback. He wants to show that he made the right decision to go away from Donovan McNabb and to go with now Michael Vick. Next thing I'm going to talk to you about is the Eagles defense. The Eagles defense has been a strong point last game against the Jaguars. But more importantly, the Eagles defense was the most talked about defense because they gave up a lot of points. And it really took the key the first game and the second game. Giving up 3 points last week was a very important tune for the Eagles defense. And they need to step it up because Donovan McNabb knows his defense, but also the defense knows Donovan McNabb. And Donovan McNabb can either have an easy time against the defense or a hard time. The defense is probably going to throw different coverages at Donovan, try to confuse him a little bit, but they know the Donovan McNabb. Also now, switching topics, the NBA. The NBA season has started officially. Training camp went underway this week, and a few key notes. The Lakers are still the defending champions, as we know. LeBron James is now in the Miami Heat. Carmelo Anthony is getting ready or trying to get traded from the Denver Nuggets. That's an ongoing process. No one knows, what he's going to do or what the team's going to do. He this week showed up to training camp for their media day. So the Denver Nuggets' position on that is that they're going to try and talk to Carmelo and try to encourage him to stay once he gets some practices underway. We're going to take a look right now into the Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles Lakers are the two-time defending NBA champions, led by Kobe Bryant, who comes back again for I believe his 14th season in the NBA, which is very good for Kobe. Derek Fisher comes back on the team as well. Derek Fisher, nobody knew if he was going to come back, but he finally signed a contract with them and came back to play for them. This team is going to be very strong this year. However, they are going to be without Andrew Bynum for the first couple weeks of the season. He's out right now as he's trying to come back from his surgery that he had this offseason. Now we're going to take a quick preview into the Sixers season. The Sixers, as we all know, hired new coach Doug Collins. Doug Collins is going to be their new head coach guy. He brings in a system, more of a pro system up and down the court. The guys are going to be able to run up and down the court like they wanted to. They are going to be able to go play defense. Andre Iguodala remains the front part of this offense. However, I don't think he is the front part of the offense. Sure should be. I think the Sixers need to bring in somebody offensively to spark this team. They have made a couple news headlines as they're trying to get Carmelo Anthony here in Philly, but those talks have been shut down because the Sixers don't want to send a lot of talent over to Denver, which everybody this year says the Sixers should make the playoffs. I believe they should make the playoffs this season. It's going to be a tough road because they start the season off against the Miami Heat, and that's right now, which I'm going to talk to, is about the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat have been one of the most talked about teams this season. As we all know, LeBron James, Chris Bosh have joined the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat are sold out quickly. Their season tickets have. And they're the most talked about team this offseason. A lot of people talked about LeBron James, the way he handled his situation this offseason, and a lot of people will think that it's very bad the way he did it. Personally, I think the way he did it was wrong. To have three teams looking to get you and you choose one on national television, it's not quite the way you want to go. And LeBron James certainly didn't do it right, but nonetheless, he is on the Miami Heat this season and will remain there for the next couple of years. A lot of people, like I said, think that this team is going to win the championship this year. However, I don't think they're going to win the championship this year. I think the Lakers are still the champs, and I think the Lakers are going to go for the three-peat this year. Miami, they're going to probably be in the finals with the Lakers, but there's just too much to offer to stick Paul Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Kobe Bryant, and Derek Fisher. It's going to be a tough task, and also Ron Artest is back with the Lakers, so the Miami Heat are going to have a tough time with that. Switching topics now, we're going to go into some, some Widener sports. As we all know, this week is homecoming this week for the Pride. They take on FDU Florham this season. The Widener Pride come in with a record of 1-2. They have struggled their first couple games, having a couple blowouts in there. The one key that sticks out with the Widener football team is they're playing a lot of freshmen. And when you play a lot of freshmen, the freshmen have no collegiate experience, and they're going to struggle. We've seen that in the first game against Alfred up in New York. They struggled mightily. They didn't catch up to the speed of the game. They weren't game-like. They just had no flow where to go. The second game, they picked it up. They won 21-0. And the third game, before they had the bye, they played Ithaca, and that was a game that told the story. They didn't get anything offensively done. The defense played well. The offense stalled. And the Widener's offense is a running gun offense, and when they have that, they need to keep the defense guessing. When they don't hurry up and they have a slow-paced hurry up, the defense really gets to rest and know what they're going to do. And that really hurt the Widener football team. But, like I said, homecoming, they play FDU Florham. Please come out to the game. It's a huge game for us as we look to beat FDU Florham and get 2-0. I know they're going to have the parade that they always do have right before the game. It's going to be, everybody's going to look forward to that. Right now, it's going to be my last couple, my last cent, I have to say. And it's a little bit of interesting fact for Widener TV. We are going to start up our show. We scratched the dorm raider situation. We are going to do Widener Cribs now. So if you're interested in joining Widener Cribs, please send me an email. My email address is dtoole@widener.mail.edu. Excuse me, at mail.widener.edu. Sorry for those of you who are interested. This is a show that we're going to be looking forward to a lot of freshmen to do, and I think that it would be fun for everybody to get involved into. And for me personally, it's going to be a blast. I'll be hosting the show. And also, if you're wanting to do any commercials for Widener TV, please let me know, because we need people to help shoot commercials and stuff like that. Well, that's it for me. Next week's show, I hope to have a guest host along with me next week as we really talk about the Eagles game. We're going to recap the homecoming game. We are going to talk about the NBA season as it gets underway more, as they start their playoff games. The Flyers are in action right now as we speak, and we'll talk more Flyers next week. For those hockey fans who've been asking me, we'll talk Flyers next week. And that's it. Going to do it for this show. I'm Coach Don, and have a great day.